I bought a refurbished backwards compatible PS3 from DKOldies for $400, and in this video, we're going to take an in-depth look at this console, see if it's worth the money, and determine if you guys should buy one for yourself. Now let's go ahead and open this box up. So the first thing I noticed is this box is actually bulging a little bit. Not a big deal if there's bubble wrap, but we're about to see what's inside of here. All right, so here's the packing slip, and we got a bunch of stickers and stuff on here. I'm not sure what that means, but as you can see, cosmetically flawed, 80 gig, reverse compatible. Again, I don't know why they call it reverse compatible. We got a bunch of random, no way, not again. No. Another third-party controller. I mean, guys, $400 for a backwards compatible PS3, cosmetically flawed, and you give me a third-party controller. There wasn't even an option to upgrade to an OEM. That's just, I don't know. I feel like that's inexcusable. So guys, I wanted to take a brief moment to look at the listing and kind of show you why I'm disappointed. So we'll get back to this stuff in a second, but let me scroll down to the description. So as you can see, it says it comes with a console, one compatible wireless controller, and that's kind of where we go wrong here. Compatible is a very generic term. So you don't know if you're getting a DualShock 3 or if you're getting something else. Now, I think they either need to say third-party controller here, or give you the option to upgrade, something like that. But like the pictures show a DualShock 3, there's no option to choose between a DualShock 3 and a third-party controller. They just say compatible, kind of make you think you're going to get a good controller, and then they send you, that the DualShock 3 that I got. All right, and we also got a power cord. Actually, that's a USB cord. We have our HDMI cable here. We should have our power cord here. We do. And then this is our game, nice and bubble wrapped. Well, it's actually amazing. The game is bubble wrapped more than the console. All right, so here's the game, Final Fantasy, 13. Let's check out the condition of the disc. Disc looks good, and let's put that to the side. And here's the console. It does have bubble wrap, only a little bit on the sides, but as long as it arrives in good condition. All right, so here is whatever you want to call this. We got the system game startup. Throw that away, and man, this console does not look very good. Let's go ahead and take it out and take a closer look at it. All right, guys, so here's the console closer up, and sorry about the big white thing right there. That's my light. It's kind of just reflecting the console. And as you can see, this console is very beat up. Now, it is cosmetically flawed, but this thing is just like so scratched up. I've never actually seen one this bad. And the thing that kind of concerns me about being cosmetically flawed is that they might use that as an excuse not to clean the console all the way. I'm not sure if that's the case or not, but just taking a glance at it, I do see a bunch of dust, and you can kind of see some fingerprints down there. I'll show some pictures on the screen, but fingerprints, I see dust, a lot of dust down here, a lot of dust in there. I also see a bunch of dust right here on the front lip. And guys, this is a used console, so I don't expect it to be perfect, but it should be very clean considering the price I paid. Here on this side, we do have a warranty sticker from DKOldies in place of the old warranty seal. I don't know that they can actually enforce that these days, but oh, and there's our cosmetic flaw. Nice. Good stuff. All right, cool. Here on the back, as you can see, the model number is CECH-E01, which is good to see because that is the 80 gig backwards compatible model, which uses emulation for playing PS2 and PS1 games instead of real hardware like the A01 does. But yeah, this whole console is just very scratched up, dirty. Well, I can't say it's too dirty yet, but it's very scratched up and kind of dusty. I don't know, man. Looking closer at this thing, I actually do see a lot of dust and grain here on the bottom, so I don't know if they actually cleaned the outside or not. Oh, guys. All right, so I was about to plug it in, but I decided to open up the hard drive cover right here. And guys, take a look at that. I'll zoom in there for you, but that thing is just encroached with dust and dirt. Like, oof. All right, yeah, look at that. Like, I can just wipe my finger across it. Nice. That looks like it's been sitting in a basement or something. It at least doesn't smell like cigarette dust, which is a good thing. But I don't know, guys. We're gonna plug this thing in and see if it works. All right, guys, we got everything plugged in now. And I don't think I mentioned it yet, but they actually call this console reverse compatible instead of backwards compatible. I'm not sure why. I've never heard that terminology used before. So I wanted to come back over here to the listing again and show you a few more things. Now, first of all, like I just mentioned, they call it reverse compatible. Not sure why, but that's what they call it. And I bought a cosmetically flawed system, which was $405. You can also get a good condition, which is $540, just really high prices. That's why I'm so disappointed about the controller. And then one other thing, despite the fact that I chose a cosmetically flawed system, if you go down here in the description, it still says it's fully refurbished, cleaned, and tested. So I would expect this thing to be cleaned inside, outside, and new thermal paste, all that good stuff that comes with refurbishing. So we'll see what they do to it. And also, this controller is terrible. Like, it is very bad. They call it a DualShock 3, made by Old School. It just feels really bad in the hands. This is an actual DualShock 3. Very nice controller. So that's pretty disappointing. Let's go ahead and turn this thing on, though, and see if it works. So first, we got to flip on the switch on the back. We got a red light there. Hit the power button, and we have life. No disc in there. So let's see if it boots up now. All right, guys, so I'm finally booted up to the main screen, and this console is going crazy. The fan is blowing real loud, and I already know it's not been cleaned inside because I see a bunch of dust blowing out the sides and the back, and man, that air is hot. But we're gonna go ahead and test this thing out, make sure it works. First of all, actually, I want to go to the settings, system settings, and see what software version we're on. All right, so system information, we are on 4.85, which I think might be the most recent one. Not sure, but I know it's not old. All right, no game in there. We're gonna start with the PS1 game because this is backwards compatible. So it's compatible with most PS1 and most PS2 games. I don't think quite all of them, so hopefully this works. And it's probably gonna ask me to create, yeah, there we go. All right, cool. PlayStation format disc. Asked me to create a memory card. Let's go ahead and do that, and then we'll boot it up. So we're playing Castlevania Symphony of the Night on PS1. Never actually played this game, so I have no idea what I'm doing.
Your words are as empty as your soul.
Dude, we're like straight into the boss fight on this one. You like walk up the stairs, and it's like, all right, time for the final boss fight. Whole game is 30 minutes long. Not really, but we've played enough. I think it's working. Let's go back to the main menu. We're gonna try out a PS2 game, and I have Silent Hill 2 here today. We're going with the high value games today, because why not? Hopefully the console works and doesn't eat our games, but so far so good. Let's take out the PS1 game and put in Silent Hill 2 for the PS2, and we'll make sure that works. And I mentioned earlier that there's a lot of dust blowing out the sides and the back, but what I didn't say is that it kind of smells like grandma's basement. Like, that's the only way for me to describe it. It kind of smells old, like dusty. I don't know. And honestly, that's probably what happened is grandma probably saw a Facebook ad that she could sell her PS3 to DKOldies for some money, and so she probably did that, and that's how DKOldies got this. I guess they didn't clean it, sent it off to me, and this thing is going crazy. Like, the fan is pretty crazy. We're not even on a PS3 game yet, so I'm curious to see what will happen. And honestly, I'm not sure if this controller even works on PS2 games because it won't let me control the screen with the PS2 game. Now let me try my official DualShock 3 and see if that works. So upon some more trial and error with the third-party controller and also searching online, apparently third-party controllers do not work with the PS3 and PS2 games, which is just awesome to see. I guess let me know down below if you have any more info on that. But from what I saw online, it was some sort of piracy measure that you couldn't plug in third-party Bluetooth devices to the USB port and use them on PS2 games. So that's just awesome to see. So I bought this backwards compatible PS3. Can't even play PS2 games though because the third-party controller does not work on them. So that's just great. But when I have my DualShock 3 plugged in, working just fine, no problems there. Let's go back to the main screen, and of course we'll try out a PS3 game now. All right, so we got Final Fantasy. Let's go ahead and put it in and see if it boots up. All right, so playing some Final Fantasy, having no issues so far. So all is good on PS1, PS2, and PS3 games, except for the fact that the controller they sent me does not work with PS2 games, so that's a bit disappointing. Now, obviously, I have not used this for an extended period of time. I imagine that once you use this for a few hours, it's really going to ramp up. I mean, if you know these old PS3s, they get really loud, like a jet engine, blow air like crazy because they have to. It gets so hot inside. Now, a way you can kind of help combat that is to replace the thermal paste and clean out the insides. I'm not sure if they did that or not. We're going to go ahead and open this thing up and take a look at the insides and see what it looks like, see if they refurbished anything. So I just wanted to remind you guys that I will be doing a PS5 giveaway on Whatnot soon. So let me go ahead and show you how you can enter. So first thing you want to do is hit the link down below. It'll take you to this page where you click claim your credit and sign up, and you'll get $15 of Whatnot credit. Now once you've done that, you'll open up the app, go down to the middle, hit the search button, go to the top, type in Jacob Barr. You'll see my profile, click on that, click see all shows, and you'll see all my shows here. Go ahead and bookmark all of them. So you can go ahead and click on any of the live streams, go to the bottom right hand corner where it says store, then go to buy now, and you'll see these gift cards right here that you can use your credit on. And if you also come back to my shows page and click on PS5 giveaway, that's when I'll be giving away the PS5. So all you gotta do is be present in the stream, make sure your address and everything is verified, and you'll be eligible to win. So let's go ahead and take this console apart. Now, first thing you'll see on this side, you got your DKOldies warranty sticker. We're gonna take that off, take this little piece off, and then we'll slide the cover off, and then take a bunch of screws out. All right, guys, so I took the top cover off, and as you can see, a bunch of dust in here. Yeah, there you go. That's a better view. But you can see all that dust in there. I can just run my finger across it and pick up a bunch of dust. And then, even worse, I took out the hard drive, and guys, look at that. That is just bad. There's dust flying all around my room now. Oh my gosh, I didn't even see that side. Terrible. And let me just show you inside of the hard drive bay. All right, yeah. So just looking inside of that, you can see dust just hanging out in that hard drive bay. Just awesome to see. Let's go ahead and take the rest of the cover off, see what it looks like on the inside. I don't have much hope for the inside of this thing, but we'll see what it looks like. All right, guys, time for the big reveal. I got all the screws off on the top. Let's go ahead and pull this cover all the way off and see what it looks like inside. Oh man. Oh, no way. Dude, I have no words. It actually looks better on camera than in person. Like in person, every single inch of this is covered in dirt and dust, and just look at that, absolutely filthy. Oh my goodness, this is GameStop level. This is worse than GameStop. Like, this is bad, really, really bad. I'm gonna take some pictures and show it on the screen so you guys can get a better look at this. But like every inch of this is just covered in dirt, and this is called refurbished. Refurbished, guys, refurbished. What are we doing here? Why am I paying double market price for a console that is this dirty? I mean, you can buy a console just like this under $200 on eBay, probably even less with this for this condition. This is sad. Like, why would they put a warranty seal on this console when they never opened it up? I mean, I'm disappointed. This is bad. I don't know what else to say. And man, I think we've seen enough here. But honestly, I want to see what the rest of the console looks like. I want to see what the fan looks like. I want to see what the thermal paste looks like. It's not gonna be good. So let's keep going. All right. So I think I got all the screws out, and we're gonna see if we can pull this all the way out to see what the heat sink looks like. All right, here we go. And the big reveal. Oh man. Whew. That is amazing. Oh yeah, all over my fingers. Man, DKOldies really outdid themselves this time. This is, wow. Yeah, this bottom piece is even, wow. It looks like a desert. What are we doing here? This was $400, guys. I could pay $50 for this. Like, what is, I'm at a loss for words. I don't know. This one's going back to DKOldies. I usually feel bad sending stuff back to companies after I buy it, but if they're gonna send me this for $400, I'm sending it back. So this is unacceptable. All right, and there's the fan. Fan actually looks a little bit better than I thought it would, even though it's disgusting. That's better than I thought it would be after seeing everything else. All right, we're not down to the heat sink yet, or not down to the thermal paste yet, but let's get there. Oh, what do you know? The board is not quite as bad. Funny I'm saying that, because that's still really, really bad. Like, oof. Got everything apart now, and I think the thermal paste, we should be able to see it now. And oh yeah, pretty much nothing left. That's what we like to see. I'm baffled by this. The fact that they would sell this as cleaned, refurbished, but they refurbished absolutely nothing. And I don't know. I have nothing else to say. I don't. All right, guys. Well, this is no doubt one of the top 2 dirtiest PS3s I've ever seen. I think I saw one with cockroaches one time, so that one was worse. But this is next level. Like, there is so much dust in here. No thermal paste replaced. Like, the outside looks bad, but it's the inside is just whew. And they specifically say on the listing, they say tested, cleaned, and refurbished. So clean and refurbished are 2 different things. They did not refurbish anything here, did not clean anything here. So I guess they tested it. I don't know. But yeah, guys, I can't believe I paid $400 for this, just covered in dirt and dust. No thermal paste replaced. But thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you next time.